I had lost it all. My sister, my grandfather, my marriage, my home, my father, and my son. Season after season, it felt like life was just swinging harder than I could take anymore. Every time I stood up, here came another blow. And there were nights I didn't think that I was gonna make it. Nights that I thought that this was it. You know what? I'm just done. But here I am today. I am still here. And I want to tell you guys, you know what I'm saying, the blunt, honest truth that losing it all is what shaped me into the man that I am today. And if you've been through loss, if you've been through that type of pain, I want you guys to really pay attention because this message is for you, for those who are going through, for those who understand my pain, for those who understand the struggle. Now, it didn't happen all at once. It all came at waves. Back in 1999, my grandfather had passed in the beginning of the year, which was January. And not long after that, my sister, who had been suffering from multiple sclerosis for years, I saw her going down slowly. She finally passed away. 2 losses in 1 year. And man, it just wrecked me. I was young and I didn't know how to even process all that type of hurt and grief. And then some time later, I got married too soon, married too young, thinking that maybe building a family would fix the cracks that I had inside of my heart. But that marriage ended in betrayal. I was left broken, homeless, and completely alone. I didn't even have family to run to. I spent nights in hotels, whenever I could, other nights on bus benches, in the car, wherever I could find to place my head as where I was at. You know what? And that loneliness was crushing me. And the silence was screaming at me every single night and every single day. So I did what I thought would numb the pain. Drugs, drinking, getting high. Every chance that I could, I did it. And I was just trying to escape myself. And then one night, I believed that I took it too far. And I believed that I overdosed. And I knew I did because I felt it. I felt that change in me. You know, I had passed out and then waking up, but it was just a fog. And I knew I had crossed the line at that point. I should have been gone, but God had kept me breathing. And then I started, after that, having these weird panic attacks, man. I can't even explain to you how many times, a number of times I was at the hospital thinking that my heart was about to explode on me or something was just wrong. I was just off and I couldn't explain it. And all of it just kept piling on. All of it was telling me that I wasn't enough. Even when I met my second wife, the one who I'm with right now, God bless her, you know, life didn't suddenly change or get easier. You know, she was there for me in my homeless seasons and she saw me at the worst. She knew that I had to stop and I knew I had to stop messing around with my life. I had to grow up. But inside, I was still drowning from everything that I had gone through in my life. And then when my daughter was born, something had shifted. I felt more settled. But the grief from years before, it just never fully left. You know, my sister's death was still haunting me. My grandfather's death was still resonating there. And I was searching for my purpose, bouncing from job to job, just trying to figure out, you know, what to do with myself and what to do in my life at that time. And then more loss came. My father had passed away in 2022. And I can't even explain the hole that left in me. You know, not having a dad anymore, it had consumed me. And then just 1 year later, my son passed away, you know, and that broke me in ways that I can't even put into words. I can't even explain it to you guys. It was just hard. It was like I had nothing left, nothing to hold on to, nothing to live for. But that was the moment when I thought I lost it all, but that everything started to change. When my son died, it was like God had shook me awake. I realized how fragile life is, how quickly it can all just be taken from you. That loss was the wake-up call I never wanted, but desperately needed. I couldn't keep drifting. I couldn't keep, you know, wasting time anymore. I had to rise up, and not just for me, but for my family, for the rest of my children, for my wife, for my mom, for my brother, for those who had loved me. I had to stop being a passenger in my own life and start taking, you know, the wheel, start driving. that's when the rebuilding has started to begin in my life. Here's what losing it all taught me about becoming a man. Pain teaches responsibility. Pain forces you to face what you've been running from. It doesn't let you hide, and as much as it hurts, it's what grows you. Comfort doesn't build character. Easy seasons don't shape men. It's the storms, the losses, the nights you cry into the dark. And that's where real strength is forged. And being a man isn't about, toughness. It's about ownership, owning your mistakes, owning your grief, owning your role as a father, a husband, a leader. Toughness is surface level if you want to look at it that way, but ownership is legacy, and faith without testing isn't faith. I learned that believing when everything is good, that's not faith. Real faith is tested and fired. When everything collapses and you still choose to believe, that's where faith lives. And loss, what can I say? Loss strips you to rebuild you. I thought loss was the end, but what I didn't see was how loss was stripping away the old me, the broken, the reckless me, so God could rebuild a man with purpose. Now, let me talk to you guys straight up. Maybe you're in a season where it feels like you've lost everything. Maybe life's knocked you down so many times you don't even, want to get up anymore. And I know because I've been there, guys. But here's the truth. Your pain is proof that you're still alive. That means you still have fight in you. That means there's still purpose ahead of you. So stop running. Face your reality. Manhood isn't forged in silence. It's forged in storms. You don't have to have it all together. You don't have to fake being tough. What you need to do is own it. Own your pain, own your growth, own your story, because that's how you begin to rise. And I thought I lost everything. My family, my home, my purpose, my son. But what I really lost was the version of me that wasn't ready to be the man I was called to be. And maybe that's where you are right now, feeling like everything's been stripped from you. But maybe it's not the end. It's the start of who you're becoming. So don't quit. Please don't quit. Don't fold. Don't let the weight bury you. Rise, because losing it all might be just the thing that teaches you how to finally start to live. Grace and peace, guys.